up? Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you all. Good to see you here today. We will not be staying too long because a very good friend of mine is having her birthday. Our sister, Princess Beyond Passion, is having her birthday celebration. And because I do this every day, Monday to Friday, I just decide, okay, I have been at a place, while trying to also hurry up and finish up with what I was doing. But whatever be the case, we will not be staying too long because I want to also go there and celebrate her because we just have to celebrate one another. Thank you so much, Pride's Kitchen, Welsh Wifey, Mama Mia, the one and only Welsh Wifey. Welcome, ma. Good to see you. Good to have you here, ma. Welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bright Kitchen, I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much for joining. I know today has been a busy day for you as well, but I appreciate you for being here today. And Ujuline's Kitchen, yeah, she was here before but went out since I was coming late. Yeah, actually came late because so much to do on Fridays for me. Oh God, but you know what? When you remember what you have to do, you just keep pushing. Yeah, Welsh Wifey said that, like the Bible told us, to forgive 70 times 7 times. Forgiveness is key. Yes, forgiveness is key, and that is what we'll be talking about, especially when it comes to couples, husband and wife. Forgiveness is very, very important between couples, because when couples are holding themselves at heart and they are not letting go of their heart, it's something that can ruin the marriage. Even if they don't part ways eventually, nothing will be left of that marriage. We know that being hurt by someone you love so much can deeply hurt, and especially someone you trust a lot, someone you trust really, like you trust that person so much with the whole of your heart, like you can bet everything that this person will never hurt you. And we have seen situations like that where a man or a woman will promise that, look, I will be the last person to hurt you. I'll be the last person that will, break your heart. I'll be the last person that will make you cry. I'll be the last person that want to see those tears on your eyes. But then eventually it happens. And when it happens, how do you begin to deal with the hurt? Because first of all, you are so disappointed that this same person that promised never to hurt you is now the person causing you so much tears. It's the person that has betrayed you. It is the same person that has broken your trust. It's so much to deal with. And we know that no matter how much we love, no matter the love we have for our partner, so long as we're living together as two individuals who have come together under one roof as husband and wife, we would definitely hurt ourselves. We would definitely, step on each other's toes. Price Kitchen says, only people you love has the power to hurt you. Rema, this is true. Because someone you don't love will not have that power. Yes, reason being that an outsider can do something to me. I will overlook it. An outsider can just do something, and then you just say, well, whatever. You don't have any business, any dealing with that person. But that person you love, you are not expecting that person to be the reason for your tears. That person you love, you are not expecting the person to hurt you or to betray you. Couples hurt each other daily. Husbands hurt wives daily. Wives do that as well. But what we are looking at here, when you are deeply hurt, when your heart is so broken, how do you forgive and move on? Most times it is very difficult. It is very difficult. It is something that takes a while for some people. Now, there are people, yeah, but with time, there are people who forgive easily. Yes. There are people who can forgive easily. There are people who can let go easily. There are people who find it very easy to forgive and move on. Not because they have a large heart, but it's natural that, the way we hurt differs and also depend on the gravity of that offense committed against you. What is the gravity of that hurt? Because there are some betrayals that are very difficult to forgive. For instance, like what, let me use our sister and her husband, like what May Edochie did to Yul. I mean, Yul Edochie did to May. Hey, Lily Talks, thank you so much. Welcome, Informa Louise. Welcome, Wanyoma. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate EP. EP London, Wanyoma. Lily's Talk, how have you been? How has your day been? How is your day going? How is your day going? Hope it's been going on great. Finally get to log in. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? And I am so happy you finally get to log in today. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And we're discussing about forgiveness and how much it hurts. I mean, forgiveness, the reason we just have to forgive, how deeply that wound, that hurt. And it depends on who hurt you, and depending on the gravity, that is when you can begin to forgive. Because there are certain things someone will do to you right now, especially that person you love, your husband. It will be very difficult. Like I was giving an example, what you did to May Edochie, it is betrayal of trust. In as much as we know that May knew the lover of her husband before, but she wasn't expecting that the man would go as far as paying bride price behind her back. That shattered her. That's a broken trust. And we know it's going to take a while, especially because that act, that thing that is hurting her is still present there, which is the second wife and the arrival of a baby. It is always present. So it's going to take a while for her to accept the fact that her husband cheated, not only cheated, had a baby, not only had a baby, but went as far as marrying the second wife behind her back. This kind of hurt are very difficult. This kind of pain are usually very difficult to forgive. But everything takes time. Everything takes time. So we'll be looking at what are the effects of unforgiveness. Now, we're not just asking that, oh, forgive whoever hurts you. No, it's not just all about forgiving. But the first step is the person even remorseful about what he or she did to you? Is the person remorseful? Is the person feeling bad? Is the person regretting what they did to you? Are they regretting it? Are they asking for forgiveness? Are they sorry for hurting you? Are they remorseful? Are they feeling your pain? Do they understand that what they did to you deeply hurts? Because that is the first step. And there are other people who hurt, but they don't even realize that they offended you or that they hurt your feelings. They don't recognize it, that they have done something to you. You may be holding a grudge against the person without the person even knowing that they hurt you in the first place. And in this case, when that person is not showing any atom of remorse, you have to be the one to let the person know in order to free yourself. In order to free yourself, you have to bring it to the knowledge of that person that you did something that deeply hurt me. I am hurting due to this thing you did. And then let them begin to ask for forgiveness. Thank you so much for the share, Cornelius. I appreciate you. Thanks for the thumbs up as well, guys. Please kindly thumbs up and share out to your community. Let's have more people. Like I said, this is a short stream. So we're going to try as much as possible, to discuss everything quickly, and so we can go enjoy a birthday party somewhere. Yeah. So you now have to bring it to the knowledge of that person rather than let it eat you up, because they don't know you are the one carrying the burden on your chest. You are the one hurting, feeling depressed, feeling so anxious, bitter. And in some cases, you begin to even plan revenge. If it's your spouse, you have to let them know that they deeply hurt you. You have to let them know that they did something wrong to you. And when they know, you have every right to be angry. You have every right to feel bitter. You have every right to feel hurt. But in a confine of marriage, we just have to learn to forgive. Forgiveness takes time. It is something that takes time. It is not something that is forced. Welcome, Nemuzo Wanyoma. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Welcome. Happy weekend to you. Hope your day has been great and you're having an amazing weekend already. Welcome. It is not something, forgiveness is not something you should force someone to give. It is something that takes time. And every one of us have different steps towards forgiveness. There are steps to forgiveness. So it's not something that you rush, especially men, women, married couples. Give your spouse time to overcome that pain first. And then forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that you have forgotten about what they did to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, that thing they did for you is just gone, you know. Yeah, let it be. It's over, it's over. No, it means you accepting and freeing yourself. Because the forgiveness is not just for the person. It is for you. You are freeing yourself from that bondage of pain and depression. You are freeing yourself from that hurt. You are not doing the person, you're not just doing the person a favor, because he who holds another person down under the water will definitely drown with the person. And this is why unforgiveness is a gateway to a lot of sickness and diseases. When you are hurt, when you are holding grudges, holding down grudges, pain and bitterness in your heart, it's a gateway. When your immune system begins to break down and you're vulnerable to falling sick. Secondly, it leads to depression. Your mental health becomes weak, like you become too anxious. Anxiety takes over you. It's eating you up. You're feeling so bad, but it's holding you down. It's like you just can't live. You can't move beyond that. When you see that person, your heart begins to beat. Have you felt so bad or felt so hurt that when you see that person that hurt you, your heart skips? Yes, your heart skips. It has happened to me. I have felt that not once, not twice. Your heart begins to beat faster. If it's your husband you just hear the sound of his car or you hear his voice, your heart begins to beat. Anger begins to swell within you. Josie's Corner, thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome, Queen. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm telling you, I have felt that especially with my ex. Yes, because you love him. Because it is only those you love that have the power to hurt you that much. I have felt that there was a time I was so angry with my husband that when I hear his voice, my heart just begins to swell with pain and anger. I feel so bitter. I don't want to see him. I can't eat properly. I can't even sleep. And this is one danger. It also leads to insomnia. Insomnia affects your mental health because when you can't sleep, your mental health will deteriorate. It will go bad. It will go bad. One problem with me is when I'm angry, I can't sleep. I won't be able to sleep. Forget sleep. Sleep is over. Even if it takes 1 week for me to get over it, I don't get any sleep for that 1 week. That's one of my weakness. And that discovered that I am only hurting myself. I'm only killing myself silently. It's a silent killer. How do you sleep with someone on the same bed? You wake up, but you are so hurting on the same bed. How do you even look? You can't. You can't look at them. This is why you have to come to the realization that the forgiveness, even when they did not ask for. Now I'm saying ask for if they do ask for forgiveness, fine. Olufunke Fatai, okay, Fatoki, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank guys for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate you all. Even when they don't ask for forgiveness, realize that you're doing yourself good. You are helping yourself, not them. Because some persons don't know how to ask for forgiveness when they hurt you. They will pretend that they didn't hurt you. They will pretend they don't notice that. In that case, what do you do? Are you gonna, if it's your wife or your husband, what do you do? Are you just gonna move on like that? Are you just gonna move on day in, day out, holding down that grudge and waiting for the next time you can give your revenge, waiting for when you can pay back? I believe every religion of this world supports forgiveness. There is no religion that will say do not forget, do not forgive. You can forgive, but you may not forget that thing. So you have to consider your mental health. That pain you're feeling daily. So you can free yourself. So you can move on. So you can live. Because if you're not living, what it makes you feel is that life is worthless. It gets to that point where you start seeing no beauty in this beautiful world we live in. This world is so beautiful, and this life we have, this gift of life is so precious. But when you are hurting so much due to the betrayal, due to the broken trust, you will see no beauty in life anymore. You will see no beauty. You will see life as meaningless. You begin to even feel worthless, and your self-esteem begins to go down. This is why unforgiveness is a very terrible thing. Because it's eating you up. It eats you up gradually from the inside. And though you are living, but your body is deteriorating, like it's going. You're vulnerable to anything. Lilith said, it would tear me apart if my husband go out and make another child. I'll prefer he speaks to me. But if that was his only mistake, I may forgive him. Yes, Queen. I believe there is nothing under the surface of this earth that we can't forgive. It's only the willingness. We just have to come to that point. Get to that point where you tell yourself, look, yes, it has happened. The deed has been done. I can't turn back the hands of time. I can't change this situation. It's just for me to move forward. It is time to move forward. Like you said, Lily Talks. If your husband goes out to make a baby, it's going to tear you apart. It's going to break you. But you know what? With time, your heart will learn to forgive. And Silver Rose, welcome. Thank you so much, Mom. I appreciate you for joining the stream. Welcome. Nello Side, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Nello Side. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate you, Queens. Thank you so much. When he goes out, it's going to tear you apart. I mean, it's going to break me. It will tear me apart. But you see, time is one thing that heals. Time heals everything. With time, that level of hurt will begin to go down. You may be feeling like your heart is going to burst open with pain and anger. You feel like just picking up a weapon, which is the reason why we see so many spousal killings. We see spouses deleting themselves. Why? Because at that point in time, they are so angry. Their heart is so bitter, it's swelling up, and they just want to feel good. They just want to let it out. It's as if they don't do something now, it's going to burst open. And then they act without thinking. Thank you so much. Oh, Queen. I appreciate you. I do. Thank you. I'm glad you're here now. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you too. You know, you see them. That is why when it happens, the next minute, the person is looking, the person is shivering and wondering, what have I just done? What did I do? Oh my God, did I do this? Did I do this? How did I do this? No, it's the devil's work. This is what anger, bitterness can cause. And before you even realize it, you have made the worst mistake that may destroy your life forever. Host, please don't be angry. I want to ask a question. I hope you don't mind. Please go ahead and ask a question. Ask anything, and you can even jump on the stream. Okay, I am dropping a link. Anybody that equally want to come and contribute to this topic, please go ahead. Like I say, it is not just we here. Somebody may come upon this live, and your contribution will deeply help the person. Okay, so jump on the stream if you want to, and then just come and ask or give your contribution. Yes, forgiveness sets you free and bring you peace. Totally. Price Kitchen says, the day I forgave my ex, that day I understood the meaning of forgiveness. It was like I killed somebody living in me, and I found peace because I was so bitter from the bottom of my soul. Okay, yes, I am married. Yes, I am married. Thank you. Hey, BMC, welcome. Thank you so much. BMC, I see you. Yes. You realize that you have been holding yourself down in bondage. You realize that you have changed yourself. Like I gave a scenario when you are holding somebody down under the bottom of the water, underwater, you will be choking as well. You will drown with the person. But when you let go, that is the only time you come up and you take a breath. It is the time you come out and like, why? Because you have been choking underwater. And when you come up, you start gasping for breath. And you take a deep breath. This is what forgiveness does to you. Oh, you are so beautiful, Jared. I'm looking for a wife for my brother. Oh, dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I pray your brother finds a good wife. Thank you. Hey, Ella Suitable, welcome. Thank you, Queen. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nebuza says she's married to a good man. Thank you. Ella, welcome. You find yourself breathing like a heavy burden is taken away from your chest. If you have not experienced forgiveness after a deep hurt, after a deep scar, a deep wound on your soul, you will not know the value of forgiveness. You will not know the value of what you have done, what it means to forgive someone. That is when you realize the value, the true meaning of forgiveness. Oh, I have been there with this, my husband, with Cornelius. I have gotten to a point where I was so hurt. That was in our early days of marriage. I was so bitter towards him. And it was eating me up. I couldn't sleep. I was having severe insomnia. Even when he has asked for forgiveness, I found it difficult to forgive. When I remember, it breaks my heart. You know, to some people, it's nothing. But you see, there are different things that breaks people's hearts. And eventually, when I forgave, I cried bitterly. It's like a heavy burden has been lifted off my chest. This is why you take your time. Put respect for Cornelius. Okay, I will. Odogu Cornelius. You get, forgiveness is like magic. When you experience it, you begin to see life from a different perspective. You begin to see the beauty of life once again. And what happens is that is when you begin to bond together once again, trying to make up for lost time apart. Like I said, it is something that can cause severe insomnia. And you know, when you are not sleeping, when you don't find peace in your heart, how can you sleep? Then another terrible thing is it separates you from God. It takes you away from God, far away from God. Your spiritual life will just be too weak, and you become vulnerable to even spiritual attacks. You become exposed to spiritual attacks. Yes, what type of forgiveness? Yes, with our partner, even with anybody, with anyone. Now, there are the reason that of your partner is very important is because you live together, because you two are of one flesh, because you two have been joined together, because it is the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh, because before God you are one, because you two have been bonded together spiritually. So that's why the forgiveness of your spouse is even paramount. But to an outsider, you can decide when to. You can decide. You can take your time. And you can even decide to cut ties with the person if seeing the person or, still having dealings with the person will keep hurting you. Especially if that person is an insensitive kind of person that doesn't care about how you feel. You can decide to cut ties for your peace sake. There are people I have severed ties with. For my peace sake, I have severed ties with them. Why? Because they keep hurting me over and over again. They don't realize that they are hurting me. I have to do that. I have to sever that tie. But with my husband, with your husband, with your wife, it is a different ball game. You cannot help it but to learn, to teach yourself to forgive them. Hey, getting it right with Olivia. Welcome, Queen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, getting it right. Welcome. So yeah, very important with my partner. Yeah. Every day I forgive him for wrong he hasn't even done. Yes, that is called advanced forgiveness. You forgive even before they offend you. You already have it in your mind that whatever they do, you have already programmed your mind that you can forgive. You've already programmed your mind that this person can't break me. You have already programmed your mind that, look, whatever it is, I can forgive you for that. There are outsiders that I look at them, I bet carry a while, they go, worst case, I block you. Worst case, I delete your number. But I can never delete my husband's phone because I see him daily. Yeah, I have a queen here. Welcome. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear you.
hear
I'm with
me?
you. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm with
Okay.
you.
Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for joining this stream.
Thank you. Hi, everyone in the chat. I've got tired of
Hello.
admiring your beauty and your voice, Jerry.
Oh,
Mind me.
oh my God. What? Thank you. Now you're making me shy. Being a carer with Kes, welcome. Now you're making me shy. God. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Queen. I appreciate
I
you.
just, all right, I just joined and I saw you discussing about forgiveness, right? Now, I want to
Yes.
ask you a question. The forgiveness you're talking about,
Okay.
is it as regard to husband and wife or forgiveness in general with anybody, right?
Yeah, forgiveness in general, but most importantly, with one spouse.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
See, forgiveness is not easy. Oh. It is not easy.
Yes.
It takes the
Mm,
grace of God and Holy Spirit in someone's life to be able to convince you to know this thing you are doing is depriving you of a lot of things. Do you know that forgiveness can even hinder also prayer? It can hinder the
yes.
answer to your prayers because you are bearing grudges.
Absolutely.
You
Mm,
get now looking at it biblically, me, I like to base my team most time with biblical instruction because marriage is spiritual, ordained by God. Okay.
yes.
Now,
Yes.
Bible said
I
that
believe you.
if you are offering your gift to God, and when you get to the altar and you notice that your brother is having grudges against you, it's not you having against your brother. Oh. Your brother
Mm,
having grudges against you, you should drop your gift there and go and make peace and go and reconcile.
God
You get
bless
this thing
you. God
now, like
bless you.
it is not easy. Just like we are looking at it now, maybe you've gotten convinced, or you are the verge of, you are at the stage of your life that you've made it at the point of your mind that there's nothing that somebody will do to you that you will not forgive the person. And someone like me
Mm,
now, I might be finding it difficult to forgive. Aside from my spouse, oh, okay, there are things that people will
yeah.
do to you, even if you claim that you've forgiven the person. If you see the person, just be like,
Mm,
look at that witch. Even before
thank
you,
you.
even before you remember, oh, maybe I said I'm forgiving this person, you just be like, the first impression, you just be like, look at that idiot. You first criticize the person before you now remember. I'm just being realistic with you
Mm.
guys, okay?
That, you
Now
are
there are
being real here. You are being real. And this is
honest,
truth.
honestly, there are things that I just feel like, okay, I thought I've forgiven this person. But when I see the person anger, annoyance, like left, right, and center, I'll just be like,
Mm,
is it not this way? And do you know one funny thing? For the fact that you are angry with this person, doesn't stop God from blessing that person. You get,
yes.
you would you would
Yes.
just be angry for nothing. So what I normally do
Mm,
is that if people offend me, because even me, I'm not perfect, I know I offend a lot of people. That's why I before I ask you the question, I have to tell you,
yes.
please don't be angry, because it's not everybody that will
No.
like answering that question. You get, there are some ladies that you ask them,
No.
are you married? They will get angry. So me now, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to trade with
Why should
caution.
I?
No, you know,
No, no,
that's your
no.
personality, you get. So what I normally do is that if people offend me and I claim that I've forgiven the person, I'm still praying in my mind, asking the Holy Spirit, melt my heart, melt the stony heart of mine. Because there are times that I will be like, okay, I'm forgiving this person. No, if I see the person, anger will pop up again in my mind. I will keep dealing with it. I'll be telling God, melt my heart. break this out of mine. Let me just free. I'm not see, it's me now that's suffering the thing. I don't know if you get. The person now
That
has moved on.
this is so
The
true,
person has
because
moved
your
on.
heart, you have forgiven, but that
Yes.
scar, it's just like when you have an injury, okay,
Yeah.
it takes time to heal. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that when you go to the hospital and you treat it and take some injection, that the wound heals automatically. No, the wound doesn't heal automatically. It's a gradual process. The tissues need to come together. It needs to heal. And then eventually it will heal, but the scar will remain.
Yeah. So what I normally do, even if I've forgiven the person, I'll keep praying for my heart to be free, because I don't want anything that will hinder my prayers. You get, devil is very tricky. And Bible said that we are not fighting against flesh and blood. It's principalities, like it's a battlefield of the mind. By the time you say in Jesus' name to pray, he will bombard you with a lot of nonsense like, now you are calling in the name of Jesus. I mean, that girl that
Mhm.
offended you yesterday, sure you caused that person. You've not forgiven that person, okay?
Guilt.
So before you know it, the guilt will just overpower your prayer that I want to pray in peace. So what me I'm doing is that
Mm.
I'm always like begging God, you see this my heart, break it. I want to be a reflection of you. Not just because we are on LS, everybody's is sounding perfect and all that. No, there will be a time now that my spouse will offend me. I'll just be like, no way. And looking at it, God will still remind me that I didn't tell you the journey will be smooth. I only promised to be
Mm.
there with you. I only promise to be there with you if you acknowledge me, okay? So what I normally do is that
Yes.
even if my husband offend me today, I'll tell him, see, we remain here. You think I'll get angry with you? No, I'll write it down. You're owing me now. You are owing me. There's no way I'll get angry with you. So that thing has
Mm.
just been helping me. If people are saying that they're having issue, they're quarreling with their husband, me, I can't relate. Honestly, they will tell you that there is no marriage that is perfect. There's no, my own is not perfect, but it's free from quarrel.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know if it's
because you
because
are
I don't
working
get
on it.
to.
Hold that
Yeah.
thought. Let me welcome some persons. Just help me hold
All
that thought.
right.
Susan Herbal
All
Tip,
right.
welcome, ma. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you, ma. Thank you. Eno Iyan, welcome. Be Yourself Dynasty, welcome. Okay, we have somebody else. Someone else. Olufunke. Oh my God, this blessed woman is here too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Being a carer with
Hello,
cares.
everyone.
Welcome. Thank you so much. And
Olufunke, you're
Susan Herbal
welcome.
Tips asked a question. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please give me 1 minute. Let
Barrow.
me answer this question.
Okay.
He said, "You will okay. You will forgive. Okay. Will you, if you want to forgive? What if the person is not giving you the space to do so? What if the person you want to forgive, you will want to forgive, but the person is not giving you the space to do so? Now, if it's your husband, it is something you just have to force him to sit down and discuss it. You want to forgive, but he's not giving you the space. Like, is it that he's not asking for forgiveness? Is it that he's not caring he hurt you? Or is it that he's avoiding having a conversation? Or is not accepting and feeling remorse? If it's an outsider, you can choose to forgive the person, whether the person likes it or not, but you want to free yourself because you are not doing that person a favor. It is yourself. You are doing your own self a favor, not for that person. And you can decide to cut away from that person if they keep hurting you, if they keep reminding you, and if they keep staying in the way and reminding you of that thing that hurts you, you can cut away. But if it's your spouse that you live together with under the same roof, it's going to be difficult to stay angry for a long time. It will take time. But even if it means you reminding the person and say, look, you hurt me deeply and my heart is broken. This thing you did, even though you are not remorseful, even if you are not asking for forgiveness, I am doing it for myself because I want to live and I want to be free. You are choosing to do it for yourself. And that is the beauty of forgiveness, because it's not for the person. If it's for the person, we will not forgive. But because we are doing it for ourselves, we want to be free. We want to free ourselves from mental health, from challenges, from sickness. We now choose to, even though it hurts, but with time, the heart begins to, heal itself. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate you all. Welcome. Thank you, Olufunke. And
Yeah, good
Siva Rose,
evening.
can you just finish up so that before we go to Olufunke? Olufunke, welcome. I appreciate you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Olufunke, you're welcome. Like,
Thank
let me add
you.
to the question the person asked, to couple to
Okay.
what you said. Be yourself, you're welcome. This beautiful woman, you're always following me up and down. Be yourself, be yourself. Greetings to
Mommy
everyone.
Fechi. My mommy is here.
Good
My
evening,
mommy is
Mommy
here. My
Fechi.
mommy is here. Welcome, Mommy Fechi. Welcome. Thank you so much. Enoyan, welcome. Thank you. Unique Grace, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. God bless you for joining the stream. Thank you, Be Yourself. Thank you, NC Virus. Thank you, Lukuke. Welcome. So let's hear from you, please.
Okay, yeah. See, I want to believe that the person that you are trying to ask for forgiveness and the person is not giving you space, the person is not devil. Okay, there are times that the person will be in his or her happy moment. Okay, during that time, you can just be like, okay, please, I'm sorry. Can we talk this thing over? I've got to understand that the person that apologizes first is the strongest. Okay, tendering
Mm,
apology first doesn't make you weak. It's because you are strong. That's why you just wanna, okay, let me be at peace with everybody and move on with life. This life is too small, like like
mm,
tiny to even be holding grudges. It will hinder you from a lot of things. So the person you are trying to apologize and is not giving you space, just look out for his best moments, okay? And know what the
yes.
person like and all that. Just do it. During that time, you guys can talk it over. All right. So let
Mm.
me give time. I want to hear and learn from Olufunke and be yourself as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening,
Let me read this
everyone.
comment. Good evening. Let me read this comment. He said, I always say anger, and okay, and forgiveness is like an acid. Okay, anger is like an acid. The first thing it destroys is the container, which is the person containing the anger. God bless you, Price Kitchen. Please go on,
Yeah,
Olufunke.
good evening once again. Good evening, everyone in the chat. Like, before I
Good
even start what I
evening.
want to say, I want to say at this point, I want to take you as I want to adopt myself to you as a sister at this point. Because it's like our spirit keeps working together. Like, I don't understand. Yesterday was the first time I came on this, I came up. I've been in the chat
Ye-
for days, but
Yes.
I just came up and there was something that happened similar to the topic you brought yesterday. Today again, I was angry. Someone just picked me up moments ago, and I was just angry. That's why I'm not even showing my face because I'm not feeling fine at the moment. And I just say,
That is
let
the
me go and pick
spirit.
my phone. I
Do
just say, let me
you
go and
know
pick my
that
phone, Joe.
up till 1 hour before this stream, I was confused on what to talk about. And I like usually what I just do, I'll say, Lord, God, give me word, tell me what to do. Because the purpose for creating this love night with spice is not just to come and have fun. And I want to be able to say something, but I don't have words. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to treat. But each time I may be in the bathroom, having my bath, and then it will just strike me, say, talk about this. Till 1 hour to this stream, that was when I even created the stream. Because since
Wow.
morning I have been so busy, and I kept thinking, God, what do you want me to talk about? Give me what? Something so easy so that I can just do it and go. And then here you are confirming it. So I just give glory to
Yes.
God.
Yes, I was angry. I was pissed off like 30 minutes ago. I just said, after feeding my kids, I just said, let me just pick my phone and see what's going on the internet. And I just came to this live stream, like, and it's what is happening to me that you are discussing. Like, it's really odd when someone offends you and the person is not even feeling remorse. Like, the person is
Yeah.
not even
Yeah,
ready to accept. That even makes it
showing
more hard
concern.
for you to even forgive. Like, like everybody has said, unforgiveness is like a plague. Like, it keeps eating you up. It keeps eating you
Yes.
up if you don't forgive. But at times it's eating you up, but it's just very difficult for you to just
Yes.
accept that fact. That's major. That's my own
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
I'm talking to you. I'm telling you about
It
my own
takes the
life. My
grace of God. Yeah,
That's my own
yeah.
personal issue that I'm talking about now, I know this thing is eating me up, but I really, really find it hard to come to that fact, like to really, really come to the reality that it's really eating me up.
To let
So that's
go.
my. I
Mm.
don't
Yeah,
really have
yeah.
any. I don't really have any contribution to tell people. I'm just here to
Somebody
to,
said,
to tell people.
Love Jane, welcome. Love Jane, welcome. She said, what of forgiving without forgetting? Sweet, you can forgive, but you see, that
Okay.
forgetting is the scar that
Yeah.
the hurt has left behind. Now, it is not a crime if you cannot forget it, but you know deep down with you, just know that whenever you see that person, it's no longer pain and bitterness you're feeling. You just only remember what they did to you, because it is almost impossible to forget incidents that really hurt you deeply. It is almost impossible. But when you see that person, for instance, how do you feel will determine if you have truly forgiven. Do you still feel like punching the person? Do you still feel hurt? Do you still feel like revenging? Do you feel like hurting the person? If you still feel that way, that means you haven't forgiven. But if you just see the person and just and now remember, man, see that Ishiaki, look at that fish head that did that in the other time. Look at that coconut head. You just laugh it over and you forget. Then you have forgiven, but you have not forgotten, because it is that scar there. The injury is healed, but the scar remains there. So you can actually forgive, but not forget. With time, eventually, you may begin to even forget completely. Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to add
So
something
so okay, okay.
about forgetting. So the sky is there, but if you see the person, if possible, don't even try to remember what the person has done again. Like, just condition your mind that, oh God, help me forget this person. I don't want to remember what this person has done, because the truth still remains that there are some conditions that if you are always in the person, there is every possibility that, if even though you've forgiven the person, but because of the fact that you've not forgotten about it can really make you to unforgive the person again, especially if the person made you lose some opportunities, something that would have add value to your life, and you are seeing this person, you be like, oh God, is it not this person that made me to lose this opportunity? There's every possibility that that bitterness will come back.
But you
So
see,
at that point,
be yourself.
yeah,
This is where the Spirit of God comes in,
yes,
because you are a
that's what
human
I
being
want to
and
say.
there's a limit to what you can do. So
What you
you
can
only
take,
ask
yeah.
God for forgiveness. It is not your fault if you remember, because you
No, no,
have
no,
brains,
it's
you
not.
have memories.
Yes,
And your
it's
memories
not.
store up everything that has happened to you. But the heart, is what hurts whenever somebody breaks that trust, or
Take that
it is the
place,
heart
yeah.
that feels it. So the heart can stop feeling pain, but the memory will never
It's still
will
there.
never disappear like that, because it's stuck in the brain there. Remember,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's stuck
you
in
It's
know
the
when
brain.
I told you,
and it's
when I
only
told
God.
you that
It's only God
be
that can
yourself, I
help
can
you
hear you.
that time. So,
Yeah.
but there's something that my people used to say, "As onye ji mmadụ n'ala ji onwe ya." So when you are
Yes,
holding somebody down, you cannot leave the person. You cannot leave the person without standing with the person. It's either you leave the person. If you leave the person, two of you will be free. If you refuse to leave the person, two of you will be stuck there. So that is what unforgiveness does to you. If you don't forgive, it will make you not to even focus on positive things. And now the truth still
yes.
remains that sometimes if somebody annoys you and you don't forgive the person may be living a better life, catching cruise. The person may be
Mm-hmm.
even flourishing more than you, because the person might not even know that, oh, this person is carrying something in mind for me, oh, or I've
I
even
said
offended
that
this person.
initially.
When
Yes,
the person come and laugh like this, and you self, you don't want to see smile on the person's face, and the person is smiling, moving around, catching cruise, and you are there killing yourself. So the best thing for you as a person is to pray that God will give you a forgiving heart. In as much as there's
yes,
something that somebody, just like you said, dear, some their wound are deeper than others. Some will just be
yes,
broken, while some will just go deep. That even if it heals, you will keep seeing it. So, but
yes.
at that point,
And
it's only God that
sometimes,
can help you.
that scar there, if you feel it, it will bring
It
the
thank
wound
you. Yes,
as in it will reopen the wound again. If you scratch it
exactly.
without it
It
healing
is open.
properly, the
Mm-hmm.
space of the wound will open again and you start feeling pain. It's like that, like you're saying, when you see that person, you will remember and you
Exactly.
start hurting again. But you see, the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of life, one
See,
thing God has done is that with time, eventually, it will
Time
heal
heals everything.
completely. Nelo's
Yeah.
side,
see,
welcome. Mary's lifetime, welcome. Thank you so much for
I
joining the
think
stream.
I
I'm
think
listening, Queen.
there is a way. I think staying away from the person that hurt you will equally be of help. Oh. Seriously. Now let me use myself as an example. Be yourself, just like you said that you should pray for God for the spirit of forgiveness. That prayer is not something you do today and relax tomorrow. When I
Yeah.
join, I said that I keep asking God to melt my heart. Do you know why? There's this colleague of mine that my boss wanted to sack. I met my boss. I pleaded on her behalf. I told him, do not sack this person because this person that is coming to this work said that it is because of this work that the husband has started giving her some respect and is no more beating her and all that. You get, for some men now that are insecure. So when she was not doing the thing that she's supposed to do, I tend to be covering up for her, going to my boss to beg on her behalf to stay. In fact, they've even given her sack letter. Oh. I went and pleaded and all that. My boss said that okay, let them give her probation letter. So when she collected the probation letter, she mistook it as sack letter. She was about leaving the office. I said, no, don't leave. Just sit down and settle it with our boss and all that. And you know that this person, they did not now sack her. She stayed back. My boss died. She went and meet my boss' wife to tell her that my salary is not official. Do you get? Because before my boss died, he increased my salary. So Madam now said
Oh,
that he's not aware about it. So they have to slash my salary because of this same
Wow.
person that offered help. I don't know, maybe there was,
Someone you
I don't,
begged for.
yes, yeah, it's happening to me. That's why I told you guys that
Ah,
forgiveness has to deal with, like, it's not something that I just wake up and say I've forgiven this person. And mind you that
Yeah.
every
yes.
day that I go to work, I see this particular person
Mm,
every day. So that's why
Wow.
when I was telling you that I keep praying to God that melt my heart. It is not about her, it's about me. Because
Yes.
mm,
I've told you people now that are forgiving her. But the sky is there. Every day if I see her,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
sometimes if I go to work and see her, I'll just be down. I'll just be like, look at you. I helped you. And now you just went behind my back to stab me. Somebody should talk. As I'm telling you guys now, I'm feeling emotional. I don't want.
Don't be emotional,
Okay,
let's
okay. I'm
don't be
so
okay.
I'm so
Don't be.
sorry. I'm so sorry she did this to you. I am so sorry you are hurting. And the truth is, with time, though you can't leave your job, you can't quit your job for her. But one thing I can assure you is that with time, that pain is going to reduce. It will no longer be like that. And you need to speak with her. That will be the beginning, the first step. Call her attention and have a dialogue with her. Let her know how you feel about what she did to you. You need to confront her because that's where you're going to begin to heal. Because if you don't confront her, you are holding it down. You may never heal. Mommy Fechi, welcome. Welcome,
Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome, ma.
Good evening, Mommy
So you
Mommy
Fletcher.
need to
first, good
confront
evening,
her.
ma.
good
Confront
evening,
her.
ma.
And
Thank you. Good evening.
mommy, welcome.
Thank you, my dear.
So, Ensivaro, just maybe confront her, just like Omadia said, okay? And then try to
Yeah.
be as free as possible. Try to glow. Don't show it to her that you are not happy. Just try to free your mind, do
I
your work,
relate
focus
with I
on
relate
what
with
you're
her.
doing.
Oh. When she said that my salary is not official, I now called her. She now noticed, okay, I told her, go through your record. You are the one that is in charge of account. Go through your record for the past 6 months and see how much the man has been paying me before he passed on. Okay, so you going behind my back now to tell madam that it's not official anyway, that money is not everything, but you are not doing it for me now. You have to consider what will happen tomorrow if you are doing
What
Yes.
was
something
her
like that. She now
reaction
said,
when you
okay,
confronted her?
that she has there.
What was her reaction?
She
Did
didn't
she
even
ask
show
for
any remorse.
forgiveness?
So, is he forgive?
Um,
Is he forgive? She did not show any
That's my own
remorse. She was just
problem.
like, no, she's helping
People
the
that don't even
company
show
to she's
remorse.
helping the company to save money. She's helping the company to save money that is not your
okay.
own.
After you have saved her, now
Abi,
she want to save the company's money.
my
Hey,
Mommy,
sister,
Wala
mommy,
be like
my
saving,
sister.
let's hear from mommy here. Let's hear from our mommy here. Mommy Fechi.
Thank you,
Ne mama.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Yes,
No.
this topic is deep one, because when we talk about forgiveness, I it's not something that comes so easy for us, because we are
Mm,
human beings. For me,
yes.
over the years, it has mine has increased. Initially, I find it difficult to forgive, but now,
Yeah.
even before you apologize, I'll forgive you, because it lightens my own spirit.
Mm,
Forgiveness simply means choosing to let go of your anger, the hurt, the desire for vengeance. You just choose to let go for your own sanity. And I think I learned a lot from my husband, because my husband is the one that would easily apologize, before you even say sorry, he say to you, no, it's okay. So I learned a lot over the
oh,
years. I'm not that kind that will say sorry as well before easily, but now I will say sorry easily. And once I forgive people, that is the joy I feel. The other person, it's up to the other person to actually whether they want to accept my apology, but I'll forgive them and I will not hold it on. And if I see that person, I try as much as possible, even if the person remembers it. Oh, remember that time, what I hope. I say, oh, no, 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 I've forgotten about that. And I'm that kind of person that if you hurt me or if I'm not happy with you, you will know. Even in my workplace, I know I've been working from home now for the past 2 years, but when I used to go into the workplace to interact with people, they all know, they always say, oh, we know where we are with you, because if I'm not happy about anything, you will know. I will tell you. And I always say to people, please let me know as well, because we are human beings. We are bound to offend people from time to time. Do let me know. And if people let me know that they're offended, I will easily apologize and ask for their forgiveness. And if they choose not to forgive, that's their own problem. And for me, my heart is free. I've genuinely apologized. And if they choose not to forgive, that's their problem. But if somebody apologizes to me, I forgive the person easily, because I know that holding on to resentment can go sour. It can keep me from finding peace. It leads to emotional wounds, and that emotional wound, you don't see it. It's inside there, and it does not heal. Each time you see that person, it's like that wound inside there
mm,
is always exposing, expanding, and you are there, and people will see somebody and they think, oh, this person don't look right. It's always unhappy because of unforgiving spirits. So
mm.
when you forgive somebody, you are not saying that what they did was okay. You are only
Yeah.
deciding to let go of the burden. You're just deciding to let go. It doesn't mean that what they did is fine. But remember, we are human beings. If I always, because of my Christian background, I always remember all the things we do to God, Christ. If God has not forgiven us, who are we even to say that we cannot forgive anybody? When I hear somebody
Mommy,
say,
that's why he's
"Oh,"
God.
yeah, yeah, but we have to be
Children
Christ-like.
of God, behave like
We have
God.
to be Christ-like. We have to emulate
Mm.
Christ and know that these
Eh, we
things.
are we are we are work in progress. You know that's why he's God,
Yeah,
and he loved us before we loved him.
yes, yes, yes. So we have to
It's not
decide to
it's not
let go
as
of it.
easy as honestly. It's
Yeah,
not it's not easy.
yeah, it's not easy, but we have to keep trying for our own
Yeah, it's
sanity. I'm
doable.
not talking
Yeah.
about the other person, it's for your own sanity. That's why you
Yes,
have to
Definitely.
our
try.
own.
Yes. It
Our own.
enables you, yeah, it enables you to move away from anger, from resentment. Some people don't fall asleep. They don't sleep properly because they're harboring anger
I am
towards
one of
somebody.
those persons, mommy. I
You
don't
see?
sleep. If I have any misunderstanding with my husband now, I will not sleep. In some
So that
way,
one,
Exactly.
I'll have
that
to be
one
on pills to
for
be able to
husband and
sleep.
Even
Are
wife,
you
that
me,
one
even
understanding?
me,
definitely.
I don't sleep.
I
Oh.
thought I may
Hmm.
do
No,
the
Deep
no,
Bev,
no.
same thing.
welcome.
For
I
husband,
will
for
just
husband, I'm even
sleep.
talking about, outside others here. When it comes to husband and wife, oh, that one is a no. Both of us
Yeah.
will never go to sleep without sorting whatever it is on that day.
Yes.
There's none of this till tomorrow. No. What I was trying to describe is really for other people. For husband and
Yeah.
wife, that one, to me, is not even an area to negotiate, because you need to sort it out. For you, unless you two don't pray together before you go to bed, or don't do things together,
But
there's no way.
mommy, there's
Yeah.
something I want to ask. Now, when it comes to husband and wife, mommy, you are an
Yes.
experienced woman. There are
Yes.
certain things a husband will do to wife that, so long as we are human beings, you can't just forgive easily. Like, for instance, or even a wife can do to a husband. You will go, definitely, when it gets to that, you will go to sleep with that anger. Let me give an example, mommy. Like a
Okay.
husband who cheated on the wife and the wife discovered,
Mm-hmm.
that is a broken vow. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
breaking the vow. You know, when it gets to that point, that's why I say there are different levels of hurt.
Yeah.
Like this
Mm-hmm.
one with the husband and wife. Imagine a husband finding out that the wife has been having an external
Yeah.
affair, or
That
a
one is a
wife
big
finding out that
one.
the
Yeah.
husband has a child. Just for instance, like what happened between you and May, finding out that
Yeah.
the husband secretly married another woman. You
Yeah.
know,
Guy, that woman is
That one
strong.
is
Oh.
big. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know that
Yeah.
that secret. So like that one now, mommy, tell me, how will a married couple handle it without going to sleep with anger? Like, I personally, I know I cannot. I will to sleep with anger, in fact, for days, for weeks.
Yeah.
For
As I said,
months.
that one is
It
really
cannot be
deep when it
me.
comes to
A different case. So
when it comes to
God, it
serious
cannot be me.
matters.
Oh.
When it comes to serious matters like that one, it's not, well, even if you go to sleep, you will not have peace in that your sleep. So,
You
and
will
it's
not
not
sleep.
something,
To be honest,
yeah,
you
you
will
will
not
not have
sleep.
peace.
You
You're
will
not
look
going
for
to
sleep.
sleep.
Sleep will not come.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
So
need
it's
grace, you
still,
can't sleep. You have to forgive. We are talking about forgiveness today. You
no,
need grace. Whatever it is
well,
anybody has done to you,
the
please let go so
scenario
you can go to sleep.
the scenario
Please.
you just mentioned, which includes having a child somewhere, or committing adultery and stuff like that, that's not something that you just stand up to forgive. It's not something you just talk
Yeah.
about standing up and say, yeah, don't do it
I've
again.
forgiven you.
Let's go to bed. I've forgiven you. No. That one is deep. So when
even the
I'm
man,
talking
will
about,
not sleep well. Though. The man will suspect yourself that who knows what this woman is up to when I'm sleeping.
exactly. No. That kind of serious ones does not warrant standing up talking. Yeah, he explained to you. He say, "Kwensu is God. Sorry, it's Satan. I don't know when I did to say, okay, then no problem. I'm forgiving
It
you.
takes
Let's sleep."
time.
No.
It
That
takes
one takes
time.
time. That one takes time and needs some conviction, and
Yeah.
and reassurance, and keep reassuring. Yeah, you may sleep, both of you may sleep, but the problem is still there. It needs to be resolved properly before you
Yes.
can. So that kind of forgiveness, they stand up to forgive that one. No, it has to be a long-term thing. It's not just a one-day thing. I'm talking about forgiveness of maybe you shouted at the person wrongly, or you spoke to the person, or this. But when it comes to what you just mentioned, that one is deep. That one is very deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking about,
Yeah.
break
There
down.
are couples
Yeah.
that are staying right now 6 months. They are not in talking time. They are not talking at all
Yes.
Please,
I
because
what
know
are
one.
they
of
doing?
I know one
something
like that.
serious.
I know one like that at the moment. They're living in the same
Please,
roof, but
what
they're not
are they
speaking to each
doing?
other. Exactly.
Why would they not
That's the thing.
as in flatmates or what?
Yeah, exactly. I know one like that.
That's like
We
we're
have.
saying. Like we're saying, there are certain things a couple, I mean, a husband will do to a wife will do to a husband that will be so difficult to forgive. And that is what we are looking at now, apart from forgiving others, when it gets to that one that breaks your heart, that hurts you so deeply, how do you handle it? How do you go about it?
You
How?
see, me, I don't
Mommy
really have
Essie
any
Kitchen,
contribution. Like
welcome.
I said, like I said, I don't really have any contribution. I just want to share my
Hey,
own
Yeah,
experience, my
mommy,
own
Mm.
that's why I'm
opinion.
Wow.
happy
That
mommy Fechi is
it really
here.
affects people.
She
Yeah, let me
can
just
guide
talk to
us.
mommy. Yes, let me just
Yes.
tell her this, that it happens to me a lot when I'm having
Yeah.
issues with my husband.
Yeah.
I find it hard to sleep. Like for
Mm-hmm.
days, I will not be able to sleep. It has even gotten to an extent that I was hospitalized because I was
Uh-uh.
feeling hot,
Wow.
and my body will be hot. Like I'll feel sick immediately. I'll become sick. Like, and it's not easy. I'm just there to tell people, to make people know that it's real. That if you are holding grudges, it
Yes.
makes you sick. It makes you
Uh,
sick, like
Yes.
physical
definitely.
sickness.
Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
there's a research done. I can't remember the year that
Wow.
research was done, and it shows that not forgiving somebody can lead you to unhealthy, being unhealthy, such as
I
stress,
Yes.
heard it causes
muscle
ulcer.
tension, heart
I heard it
palpitation.
causes ulcer.
Yeah,
Yes,
Even
yes,
it
blood
causes
exactly.
pressure,
ulcer.
high
Yes,
blood
So
mommy,
pressure.
I can
yeah,
testify to that.
yeah,
I will be having pain in my chest, in my
you
stomach, like
see,
immediately.
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard it
yeah.
causes ulcer too.
Yes, it can cause immune decrease in your immune function. It
System,
causes a lot
yes,
of things.
blood.
Plus
Hey,
unforgiveness. So, my dear, when it comes to husband and wife, that one I don't even have any example to give, because in our own case we have never, in the 30 something years we married, we have never slept without sorting our issues out first. And the person that initiates it more is always my husband. Sometimes when he starts, I'll say to him, is it not this small thing? He said, no, it's not small thing, because small thing like this will lead to big thing. That was in our earlier
yes,
years of
yes,
marriage. He used to do this. And looking back now, he helped us a lot. So from what you are saying, that so who spoke before? N. Silveros. Yes,
yeah,
so what it boils down to what I've been saying in my series about communication. You have to sit your husband down, you have to sit your wife down and explain to them how what they did, how it's hurting you. And as I say, when it comes to getting involved with another woman or having a child somewhere, that one is deep and needs serious discussion. But if it's just something that you need, that they've done to you that you don't like, please, communication is very important. Let them know, because the person may not even, your spouse may not even know that what they've done is hurting you that way. You
They
may
don't
be
always know.
they, they may not even know that what that they've done is that bad unless you
Me will be
tell them.
sleeping while I'm
Yes, you see, because if you have to tell them, you have to say it, or they may not understand, and you won't blame them, because the way they've taken this is like, oh, nothing. But for you, who is hurting, please do not sleep, because a lot of health conditions are being developed due to this, and we cannot be
Mm.
sleeping with unforgiving spirits, especially with spouses. If it's outsiders, that one you can sort them out whenever you see them. But you see, for somebody you live at home with, you wake up. Some people go to bed without saying good night to their husband or wife, and then over in the night something happened. There's one that even it was a story, really something that really happened. It wasn't just one of these messages you hear. They just said slept because they were so angry with each other, and they went to and they slept. And the husband got up in the morning, got ready, and just left and went to bed, not knowing that the woman had problem overnight. And it was only when he actually went to work and came back, the wife was still lying in bed,
I
because he
noticed
did
that
not
the
even
wife
call.
wife
He did
is
not. He
dead.
did not even. He did
wow.
not
I
even
had the
call
same
him.
here.
He did not even call her from work to find out what kind of problem will you have with your spouse. The two have become one. So whatever is bothering the other person, there's no. It cannot go overnight. That really had problem. That really actually passed away. And this is a life. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you
I,
story. This
I
is
heard
something that
that
happened.
story. I
This is
heard that
something.
story. He
There's
came
so
back
many of
and
them,
met
but
her
this
the same
particular one.
position.
Yeah.
He
So
met her
what
lying
else?
down the same position with
Yes.
the
So how
body
can you
cold
forgive?
already.
How can you forgive yourself? Because of what? What actually caused that problem that day? If you ask the man, it will be something that is irrelevant. And you had the guts to sleep, had the guts to get up and get dressed, not even checking on the person you've slept with as your wife, and you went to work.
Mommy fetch me.
No, this
Mommy
is
fetch me.
serious. So yes, my dear.
Welcome, Rose Ehujo.
You
Welcome,
know,
Rose. Estelle,
you
welcome.
know,
Thank you so much.
they
Thank you,
said,
guys. I appreciate you all, and I'm seeing you all. Thanks for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate you. Mommy, I heard this particular story, and the day I read that, that was the day I told I started asking myself, when you go to sleep, you wake up and God forbid you meet your partner cold, what will you tell God? Because
Exactly.
of one
We
misunderstanding.
shouldn't sleep. We shouldn't sleep with oh no, no,
See,
no.
see, we need to
Yes.
understand that marriage is spiritual. See the way I view marriage,
Of
I looked
course.
at marriage as a prototype of what
Yes.
Christ have in stock for us.
It's very
The love
spiritual.
between husband and wife, and love
Yes.
between Christ and the church. And you know
Yes.
that God went to the extent of giving his only begotten son to win this church back. And
Yes.
devil will not fold his hands. He keeps fighting marriages every day. Bible
Every
said
day.
that when
Every
two
day.
when two join together, they will chase tens of thousands. He
Mhm.
understands the assignment. He knows that
Yes.
if these people get it together in the altar of marriage, they will destroy his ministry. That's why he's working day and night.
Hey.
Some people now, they don't even appreciate the good things about their spouse. It's always the bad thing. And when you ask them, they don't know what they are doing. They will tell you that I don't
Hey.
even know. That's why even your husband that is not perfect, you need to be praying for them as they are going
Of
out.
course.
Daughters of Jezebel, they are seeing them making
Of
tactics,
course.
planning on how to make this man okay to maybe cheat on you or to get you angry. You will see them. What I'm doing now, I try as much as possible that no matter what happened in the office, as I'm leaving that office, I'm leaving it there. I don't bring
Mm-hmm.
it back home.
Mm,
No.
Because you might just bring it back home, you just see yourself lashing out on your husband that doesn't even know what is happening in your life. You just be like, I bet leave me.
Exactly.
The tone of voice you will talk
Yeah.
to this man, and you know that
Yeah.
men they value respect a lot. Okay,
Yes. Of
so all
course.
those things that is happening now, it is not ordinary. It is one of the devil
Mm.
tactics that get into
Yes.
marriages. If we can
Yes.
get it and get it right,
You're
as
very
in we'll make
correct.
exploit. And you know
Yeah.
that Bible said that by knowledge shall the just be delivered. If you get the
Yes.
knowledge that, oh, this marriage is my responsibility, it must work.
Yeah.
It must work. Just make that conscious effort. God, this marriage, it
Yes.
must work. And
Yes.
you will keep fighting about it, keep fighting. If not, there are a thousand and one thing that the devil will be presenting on you. That's why even Bible said that you should not give room to the devil. When you are quarreling with your husband, go immediately and settle. Don't give room to
Yes.
the devil, because
No.
if he
Yes.
enter, oh, if he did not
You
accomplish
know,
his
Championess,
mission, he's
welcome.
not going.
there's something
Welcome,
my husband.
Tommy.
There's something my husband you always said to me. He said that you know that when the Satan was asked where he's been, he said he's walking to and fro, just everywhere.
Looking
And my
for,
husband always said to me
yes,
that each time we have any quarrel, that the Satan is actually in our front door waiting and just be
thank
listening
you,
to know
so
what's
that he
going to
will come
happen.
in.
Hey,
And
what are they doing now? And once you allow him, he will enter because he's all
when
everywhere
he enter,
watching, going
you
around,
know, Bible
going around.
Bible
So
said
he
that
always said to
you
me,
you
yes,
decorate your house, and when he enter, he's not coming alone. He's coming with other demons,
of
and they will start
course,
sowing seed in your head. Like,
of
look at this God
course,
forsaken man that you marry. Look at how
yes,
Papa Nkechi is treating his wife. Your husband is not even
yes.
telling you that.
And if you make the mistake, if one of some of the now younger wives, listen, if you make the mistake of saying that, oh, Faith Nkechi is my friend, let me go and just ask her, what does she think? Does her husband do this? That's the biggest mistake you make, because you don't know what Faith Nkechi is thinking. You don't know how her own home is, and she'll be telling you also. You don't even know what will happen next if
Yes,
you leave that to your
yes,
husband. So do not go
yes,
and start asking. I'm not saying people should not speak to their friends, but know the limit. Nothing to do with your spouse. Don't discuss, no matter how close. Oh, I'm telling you with experience now. No matter how
Yeah.
close you think you are with that your friend, you can talk generally about if you want to
yes,
discuss about men, but not specific thing that your husband did to you. Please don't do that.
yeah.
That
I
is
have a friend.
start of a
I
big
have a friend
problem
that is
in a relationship.
always telling me. I have a
Yeah.
friend that's always telling me my husband did this, my husband. She's
No,
always
no, no, no,
complaining,
no.
and my
Yeah.
own is just to listen. And I think according to her, she's confiding in me. She said she's always calling me her counselor. Then one day she asked me, why is it that I'm telling you what my husband did and you never tell me what your husband did? I told her
Okay.
one thing. I don't want you to start comparing your husband with my husband,
That's it.
because they are unique in their own different
Of
way.
course.
There are a lot of
Of
good things your
course.
husband is doing for you that my
Of
husband is not doing for
course.
me. And a lot of good
Absolutely.
bad things my husband is doing to me, your own husband. That's why most time if you are talking to me about your husband, I will only listen. If
Yeah.
there's anything I have to tell, I'm not there to compare, because she will tell
No.
me the one that I don't like. And I will not
Yeah.
go and start stressing somebody's son. See,
No, no,
see,
no, no,
Nkechi,
no.
he's doing this one.
Mhm.
I don't want. I don't.
No. No, 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 no. You are
Welcome,
very
Mac
spot. Yeah,
Doris. Mac
yeah, yeah,
Doris, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you from South America. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Now,
yes,
Mommy
yes.
Fechi, you know
Mm,
why sometimes I ask you certain questions? Because you have crossed that path. Because as young wives, some
yeah.
of us, we are still learning the ropes.
Mm.
Some of us, we are still making certain mistakes, which are normal. That,
Of course,
you
of
know,
course. I made
when
I
you
made
are
some of
married
I
to
made some of
someone,
these mistakes. I made some of these mistakes when I was younger, but the mistake I never made, even when I was younger, was
mhm,
speaking to anybody, not even my sisters, never mind friends. I
yes,
never made that mistake.
yes,
I
No.
learned that from the beginning. But other mistakes, of course, I made them and I learned from them. Yeah,
yes, yeah. And it is good that we learn from those who have had that, who have gone. That's why sometimes we confide in our parents, because they have experienced some of those things we are experiencing right
yeah,
now. Now, as a young wife, for instance, a husband who doesn't know how to ask for forgiveness. We have a lot of men full of
yeah,
ego who
yeah,
hardly say, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Even when they know you are hurting,
Mm,
it's hard for them. It's the last thing that in fact, for you to get that I'm sorry from them is
mm.
like a camel passing through the eyes of a needle. Let me use the
Yeah, yeah.
biblical
There are
this
many.
thing
There are many
parable.
like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah. So now,
yeah,
as a wife who is still, because this is where the problem begins in marriage, when two
yeah.
people are always bottling up so much anger and bitterness, and they are not forgiving each other, they keep piling it, and and sweeping it under the carpet. But that thing is
Mm,
still there. It's just like when you sweep your house, you sweep the dirt under the
Or is
chair,
it me?
under the table.
mm,
The house is
mm.
looking beautiful, but there are dirt hidden, and then you sweep tomorrow again, next month, next year, and before you know it, the entire house is packed with dirt and smelling.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
this is what happens in a lot of young marriages. You now
yeah,
think that, oh, because of this small thing, now the man may one day, he's been doing this, you two have been offending each other without
yeah,
using the word, I am sorry. I
mm,
am sorry. Please forgive me. Sorry I
yeah,
hurt you. So that the person can easily let go, because there are some people that if you don't ask for forgiveness, they will never forgive.
yeah,
They will never.
yeah,
I mean, it's hard to forgive. Now, in
yeah,
this case, in a case like this, how do we go about it? Even if the man doesn't ask for forgiveness, you are seeing the person daily. For instance, I'm using a
yeah,
man for example. You are
yeah,
seeing your husband daily. He has hurt your feelings. He knows he did, but he's
mm.
carrying on as if nothing happened,
As if nothing
and he's
happened.
eating
Yeah.
you up. You have to
Mm,
cook his food, and then he now wants
mm,
to make love to you. He will say, hey, it's been long I made love. I want to make love now. And your
mm,
heart, the moment is as if you want to wrench your heart open and
mm.
give him a very terrible blow. Kick him down there. But then
Eh,
you hold yourself.
yeah,
How do you
yeah.
deal with, how do we handle men who can say I am sorry
I'm
and
sorry.
it's
Yeah.
eating you up?
Yeah,
How?
there are lots of them. Fortunately for me, I've not had that experience, but I've dealt with others who have. And what I've always
Yes.
said to them is to keep. Don't just think that, oh, some of them make excuses for their husband and say, yeah, he never says I'm sorry, so that's I don't even care. I'll just get on with my business. I'll just do my own thing. Let him do his own thing. And I say to them,
Mm,
that's not the right way. You are contributing to this. You have to. If he's the type that does not, you have to keep reminding him that I feel offended, you should at least. And one of them will say that the man will turn around and say to him, "Oh, you think I've forgiven, I've offended you? You caused the reason why I offended, why I did what I." Now they now push the blame back to the woman again. Yes, she's the one that he's saying that she's hurt, and then the man is now blaming her again. It was because of the way you behaved or what you did that made me to do what I do. So two wrongs can never make a right. The important thing for the man to do, he is the head of the home, and your wife is telling you that you've hurt her. You have to drop that ego, but that ego thing affects a lot of men. It doesn't mean that they don't love their wife. It doesn't mean that they don't love them, but it's just for them to, they think that if they open their mouth and say that they're sorry, it doesn't make them to be man enough. They are now a woman rapper. How can I be saying sorry to one? Why I'm sorry for what? So I think it's that they need more education and they need more exposure, and the wife needs to talk more. Don't just take anything and just think that, oh, don't make excuses for them and say that, oh, he will never apologize, so I don't want to bother. You're making it worse. So what I would say in this situation is for the wife to keep demanding that and keep reminding him that you really hurt me. And in fact, if you want to start using it's not even emotional, I wouldn't say it's emotional blackmail, but you have to say what the Bible say about husband and wife, what we should live when we took the oath in the church. This is what you say. I start reminding him. And if he's that kind of man,
it is not emotional blackmail, it is the truth. It is reminding him of the truth.
Yes, remind him of certain things. Sometimes this works. It may not happen immediately. He may just still be saying what he's saying, but later on, he will come in a different way. Sometimes men apologize in different ways. I'm not talking about jumping into the bed with you now, because that one is a no. We have to resolve, and you have to get ready for that one. It's not that's not a way of apology. After the apology, then that one can come to seal the apology, yes, but not using that as an apology for me. No, that should not even be happening. But there are ways men can show their own apology sometimes. They don't say, I'm sorry. Things they do, maybe that thing that you've told them that they did that's annoying you, they will try and find a way of not doing that or reversing that without even saying that I'm sorry. You can see something changing in them if they are not able, because there are so many of them who can't say I'm sorry. Honestly,
yes, mommy, yes.
I want to say something before I
apology.
go.
Sorry?
I want to say something before I go.
Okay.
Yeah, there are other kinds of apology. They cannot say I'm sorry because
like
of that
my husband
ego.
now. If he has done something wrong, he can now wake up 4:30 and start getting the kids ready for school at 5 a.m. So that I will just be happy. I say, what's this one? Why are you waking them up by 5?
Yes.
Are you is that sorry? You start doing things around the house that we didn't say.
Yes, they can apologize in different ways. They can apologize in different ways, and we have to understand that we cannot, group everybody at the same and say, oh, so and so. For example, as I say, I always make a joke with my husband. I say to my people, my husband can say, you know how you can be going on stepping and you step on a fly or something on the floor. My husband will say sorry to that ant on the floor. That's the type of person he is. But it doesn't mean that other people will be like that. I don't expect other men to be like that, but that's just him. He taught me how to say sorry.
Sometimes even go out and buy you gifts, and then just because they don't want to say that I'm sorry, they'll go out and look for that thing which you love the most, and they'll bring that thing and give to you.
So we cannot always
they may not say, they'll say, that's
the thing. So please, when they do it that way, accept it. Don't always want them to open their mouth and say that sorry, because some of them cannot, but they can do other things to show you that they're actually sorry for what happened. Yeah, that's what I.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, much. Welcome, Cheke TV. Thank you so
much, ma.
Thank you, my
Mommy,
dear.
your wisdom here. I know. I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's tomorrow you are streaming with your husband, right?
On Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. See me. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow already.
It's on Sunday.
It's tomorrow.
He kept saying to me, I hope they're not asking too many questions. I've got quite a number of questions already. I hope they're not asking too much questions. I say, well, they have to ask questions.
We,
What are you afraid of
we will
questions? He
ask
said,
questions.
and
We
then
will
he said,
ask questions.
and then he said, I hope their husbands will be there. I don't want to come and be talking to only women. I want to speak to men as well. I said, okay.
Mommy, Cornelius will be there. We will be lying down on the bed watching you too, and asking questions and learning.
Yes, that's good. That's good. So I'm looking forward to that. Sunday is first my live stream. When I do live stream, obviously I do praise, worship, and dance first. I cannot afford not to do that first. So we'll do that first for the first half an hour. Then after that, he will now join us, and then we'll go through the questions that we already sent, and then we can also go through the chats that day for other questions. So we just tell you the mistakes we've made, how it happened, and how it has helped us. We are all work in progress. Nobody will say that no two marriages are the same. And there's this I don't know whether I've told this story before of when we were in Scotland, and we had a visitor. This lady and her husband and another visitor came to visit us. And normal thing, you make food for them. So I've already prepared the soup. So my husband was trying to help me to make the swallow that they're going to. So he was turning it for me in the kitchen. Do you know that the wife came out to use the toilet and saw my husband turning the food that they will eat? Hey, she didn't go to toilet again. No, she ran to the living room. Do you know what she did? I was so embarrassed. My husband was so embarrassed. She went and said to her husband, "Come and see your fellow man in the kitchen, helping her wife to turn the food. Come and see your fellow man." Well,
Oh God.
I was so shocked, and they came with a visitor, and my husband was
Oh
so
God.
embarrassed, and my husband did not know what to do next. He said, "What is this?" So just to tell
Oh.
you, and now there may be other things that man's husband does for her that my husband may not be doing for me. But because she just saw this, she could not hold herself. That was terrible. We never, both of us, myself and my husband, we always remember that thing. It kept us so embarrassed that this can
And
happen.
they're going to have
we're
serious
not talking of
problems
young
at
people,
home.
people that are about our age as well. So people should just please take it easy. No two marriages are the same. That's what we're going to be discussing on Sunday, to tell people where we were, where we are now, and where we are heading, because we are all work in progress. No matter number of years, we are still things that we are not getting right and we want to improve on. Because marriages, there are so many things happening, just like N. Rose said. There's so many. The Satan is just there waiting to next move to come in, either through the side chick or through a grown-up maid or through this or through that. So we have to protect our marriages. A lot is going on there in marriages, and people are so unhappy, and they're developing health conditions, not because they had these health issues, but because of unhappiness and
Yes.
unforgiving spirit in marriages are causing a lot of problems. And we really need to work on it.
Especially blood pressure, high blood pressure. Especially, women, we suffer this even more. We suffer because as we are even aging, our hormones are not helping us. So you now add it with bitterness. You begin to develop unnecessary arthritis and rheumatism, induced anger-induced heart problems.
Unbelievable.
You start aging. You start growing old.
Yes.
Because this is what anger does. It wrinkles your face. Do you know that when you smile all the time, you are increasing your lifespan? When you laugh and you smile, and it takes a lot of energy to be angry. So when you exhaust that energy on anger alone, you begin to age early. Some people see me when I tell them my age, they don't believe it, that this is my age. Now, I wasn't like this before. There was a time, even before I got married, I used to have anger problems. When you offend me, I don't let it go. It sits there eating me up. It sits there eating me daily. And even though I want to, but I don't know how to. Then even when I got married, I told my husband one day about this. I told him, I said, this is the challenge I'm having. I opened up to him, because I want him to understand and help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
That's
problem is when I'm angry, I don't forgive. I told him, I said, sweetheart, when I'm angry, it can sit in my heart for days. And I'm
mm,
working on it. I am praying to God. It is my weakness. I agree. I own it.
you
Because
see,
it is
that's
the
good.
first step
You
towards it is
knew.
accepting your
Yes, you
weakness. So
knew.
I
You
told my
accepted it.
husband,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
That's
So
very
I told
good.
him,
Mm,
when you notice that my countenance have changed, I
yeah.
need you to help me. It will help me to reduce that
You
anger.
see?
Just ask me, even if it means asking me, sweetheart, what is the problem? Why are you angry? Did I
Mm,
offend you? Just show concern.
yeah.
Then, but if you carry on in the house as if you don't notice I'm angry, I may not tell
Yes.
you what you did. I may not tell you what
Yeah.
is eating me up, but
Yeah.
it is not good for my health. So my
You see?
husband now had to, gradually now got used to, when he noticed my countenance, even maybe when we have misunderstanding, I'll say, sweetheart, I am so just can we talk about this? Or just can you
Yeah.
just apologize? Just say you are sorry, I'll be fine. Say you are sorry. I
Yeah.
will tell him, I say you have to
Mm,
say you are sorry. Say it that
mm,
you are sorry. Then I will forget about this whole thing. So that we can
yes.
sleep peacefully. I don't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Then he will
Yeah.
just say, okay, I'm sorry, baby. Can we move on? It's okay, baby.
Yeah.
Don't get angry anymore.
Yeah.
But I had to let him know that I have a problem I have been dealing with even before we got
Mm,
married.
yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
it was, I am praying,
That's
I am
very,
working on
very
it.
important. What you did there was very good. At least you identified that you have the problem and that you needed that
Yes.
support. You see, that's very good. That's half of the problem already solved because you knew that you have that problem.
Yes.
So that was good. Yeah.
So with time, I feel better. And all those negativity, that anger, I can't remember the last time I got angry with him, but I can't remember the
Mm,
last time.
yeah.
I can't remember when last we had
Mm,
misunderstanding, or we had a fight that had to make us, go to bed without, or a fight that I can't remember.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
gradually it's as if we're getting better. And I
Of
thank God,
course.
I owe all glory to God. But
Yes.
it
It
was
can
not
only
like
get
this
better.
initially.
Yeah, it can only get better once you identify the problem and know that agree that you have that problem. It can only it's already half solved. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
So, unforgiveness, it ages one, causes a whole
Yeah,
lot of health
a
issues,
lot.
causes our immune system to break down.
Yes.
And once the immune system breaks down, your body becomes vulnerable to all manner of
All
things.
sorts. Yeah. Yeah.
Becomes very vulnerable. Any little
Yes.
thing headache, any little thing cold, because the body is weak. You consume a
Yeah.
lot of energy, you know,
Yes.
with that anger, and then your heart skips whenever you see that person you are holding
Yes.
grudges against. Your heart
Mm-hmm.
begins to pant. I know that feeling. I have experienced it. The heart begins to
Yeah.
beat faster. Sometimes your heart
Yes.
even come down. This obi mmadụ malitere ya n'ọnụ or something, as if
Yes.
your heart
Yes.
came to your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
is what that anger does.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
pays if husbands and wives will learn. Olufunke and what's her name? Thank you so much. I didn't know when you guys dropped. Thank
Mm.
you. Thank you for your amazing contribution. You know,
Mm.
it's something that with time we just have to learn to say I am sorry. You see,
Yeah.
this I am sorry. It helps a lot. There are a lot of people who don't know how to say I am sorry.
Mm.
I am
Mm.
sorry is a
Yeah.
magical word, very
Very.
powerful, very
Yeah.
strong. You can use it to break anything. I am
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, 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 very important to say I'm sorry. I mean it. As I was saying in one of my videos, it's not when you say, "Oh, if that is how you feel, I'm sorry." No, that's not an apology.
No.
No, if that's how you feel, that means that that's how the person feels. You don't even accept that you are wrong.
Or
But if
if
you
I offended
genuine,
you, or if
if I've
that
offended
one, some
you,
people in the chat here, I don't want to tag them. Some people here, that is how they apologize before. If I offend you, I'm sorry. And Silver Rose,
that
yes.
kind of
Thank you
apology
so
is not.
much.
It's not apology. It's not apology at all. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not if I offended you. The person have already told you that they are hurt by what you say. all you have to say is genuine apology, and not
I'm
if I've
sorry.
offended you, or if that's how you feel
Mm.
on this and that.
If
No,
that's
that's
how
not.
you
That's
feel.
no. Yeah, no, no, no.
Mm.
It's not.
That means you
Yeah.
don't believe you offended the person. And that word
Yes.
if, meaning
Yes.
maybe I did, maybe I
Yeah,
didn't.
maybe I did not, but I'm just saying the sorry just to move on. No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah.
Or you say, or they say, can we get over this? Can we get over
Uh-huh.
this is not an apology.
No,
You
it's
can't force
not.
somebody to move forward when you
Yeah.
haven't asked for forgiveness for that thing you did. Can
Yes.
we get
Yeah.
over this? No, you can't get over
Exactly.
it. Somebody is still
Yeah.
hurting.
Yeah.
It needs
Yeah.
discussion. You need to dissect the problem. You need to
Yes.
discuss what is causing the pain and the anger and the malice, and why the person is holding grudges against you. You need to
Yes.
communicate it. You need to say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, can we talk? Okay, I noticed,
Yes.
okay, I
Memo,
noticed
that's
this
not an
this has been
apology.
going
Yeah.
on. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
this has been going on. What did I
Mm.
do? Or how did
Yeah.
we get to this point? Can we
Mm.
discuss? So that
Mm.
at the end of the day, both can apologize. Like when my husband says he's sorry and hugs me, I'll say, okay, I'm sorry too, baby. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes.
doesn't matter if I
Exactly.
was the one that was hurt before. But the
Yes.
fact that I held grudges against him for a long time, I will
Yeah.
apologize for those grudges I held
Yes.
against him.
Yes. That's how healthy relationship can be so easy if we just understand each other. Honestly, it's just so easy. Yeah, Nemuzo said genuine apology. Yes, genuine
Yes,
apology. Because if you start using any clauses, then that's no more genuine. You have to go direct and apologize and mean it. It
I
helps
mean
to
it.
heal. It helps to heal a lot. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, yes. Mom Essie said that the five-letter words heals a big wound. Yes, exactly. It heals a big.
Sorry.
People have no idea what the magic sorry can do. Especially for a loved one that you're bearing these grudges, but you really love that person because it's your husband or your wife. And as soon as they say that sorry, oh God, it's like something big just happened. Honestly,
It's
oh dear, I
magical.
just, yeah.
Mommy, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless you for your wisdom you've been imparting on us. We are learning daily on this stream. We are
I
learning
tell
daily from
I
you.
tell you,
We are learning.
I'm having crews on YouTube. Never mind whether anything is coming, but all these chats are affecting, and talking and getting information and sharing information. I just like I have a very big family all over the world. That's how I feel, and I love it
Yes.
so much. That's one of the main things I love about this YouTube. Don't ask me
Yes.
about these other things that you do, all these IT prop things. I don't know them. But when it comes to all these things, I just love them so much. Thank you, everyone,
Yeah.
for all your support and everything. I really love this kind of
We
discussions.
are
We
so
need to.
excited, guys.
Mm.
Mommy Fechi is having a live with her husband tomorrow. Please, I beg
You,
every
keep-
one of you.
you kept saying tomorrow. I need to do my thumbnail.
On
I need to do
Sunday,
I need to do the thumbnail tonight, tomorrow morning. So it will be up there for Sunday. It's
On
Sunday, not
Sunday,
tomorrow.
Mommy,
Mm.
when you make the thumbnail, we'll see the time. When you set it, we'll see the
Yes,
time because people are
it will
watching
be
from
ready by
different parts of the
tomorrow.
world.
Yeah, by tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm. So that they will know the
Okay.
time. Like me, I'm so excited, and I know Cornelius is so excited. Please, young ladies here who are married, if you're newly married, your marriage is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Please, you have no reason not to be on her life because you're going to learn a lot. These are couples that have been married for, Mommy, how many years? 35 years?
No, 30. In fact, if you count by traditional marriage, which is what people are telling me that traditional marriage is the real marriage, is 39,
Is the
but
real marriage
church wedding is 38.
38? You see, her
Yeah.
marriage senior, some of you here, some of you, her marriage
And,
senior
and,
now.
and we are still madly in love. Let him hear me down there. He'll be thinking,
Oh,
what are you talking about?
you see, this Juba, welcome, Z-Berry, welcome. You see, this is what gives me joy. Couples
Mm.
who are still in love. See, love is a beautiful thing, but you see, it takes work. You have to
Yes,
walk through it. You have
it
to
takes work.
sacrifice.
and
You
what and
have to
the
make
work
some small,
for
small
me
sacrifice.
from my own experience, the work was actually in our early years. I would say the first 5 years, the first 10 years, and after that, when we are bringing up the children, obviously that pressure of children, you don't know whose attention is taking each other, and as the children start getting independence, then
Mm.
it becomes even a lot more enjoyable. But when you are raising children, I must say, especially in diaspora, 4 children in diaspora with no maid, it's just 2 of you, it was difficult. All those will come up in my series on marriage. All those will
Yes.
come up. I have to be very honest with people what happened and how it happened. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, some people who have been married the same age like us, they use their children as a cover up. The husband thinks that the wife is giving the children more attention, so she just go to your
Mommy,
mother.
we
Go to
are
your mother.
coming on this next week. I
Yes.
have this
Uh-huh.
already written
Uh-huh. So
down. I
yes,
have it
they
written
just
down. I want to
yes,
treat it next week.
yes.
Couples who
Okay.
use children as a
Yes.
shield. When
Yes,
those children
I
are
would love
gone,
to be part of
what
it.
is
Yes, because
left?
exactly. That's why you see some people who are divorcing after 35 years of marriage, and you wonder why. In fact, one of them told us he was joking, but he meant it. He said, "Oh, I'm dreading." My last 2 children leaving the house. I'm dreading that. He was telling us this, laughing. And my husband said, "Why?" He said, "Oh, because my I don't know how I'm going to cope with my wife." Oh my goodness. So if
You
there was no
see?
children, so what would have happened? So a lot of people are using children as cover-ups. And once the children leaves, everything will be in the open. Can you imagine if
Everything
we
will be
are
there.
not that kind of couple that use our children as cover-up? Now, for the past how many years? It's just been 2 of us. So
Mm.
how will we have managed? So we have
Yes.
to not allow, no matter the number of children you have, and no matter how you love your children, please. I would love to join
Mm.
in that discussion because I have examples. We must not let our children come between.
Mommy,
Children,
on
children
Monday
is
is
yeah.
the topic. Monday, I'm going
Okay,
to set, I already have it written down because
okay.
I know
That's
it's the
that's
problem.
that's
I have seen
important.
married
That's
couples
important.
that have
Yes,
been married, and they are using children to
yes,
shield up. And
yes,
eventually, when the children are grown, they've gone to school, the marriage falls apart. I have a case study right now. This is
yes,
what they are going through presently.
yeah,
Marriage of
yeah.
24
There's
years
a
is
lot. There's a
collapsing.
lot.
They are not
Yeah,
going for divorce, but they are living
yeah,
apart right now.
yeah,
Living
yeah.
apart right now.
Yes, that's it.
And we
A
can't
lot,
afford to
a
make
lot.
that mistakes. We, the young
No,
ones,
no.
we can't
Yeah,
afford to. Children
yes.
are beautiful gifts from God. They are
Mm.
precious gifts from God.
Oh,
But you
yes,
have a
yes,
husband, a wife before the children came into the picture. So
yes.
you don't lose
Oh,
yourself because the children are in
exactly.
the
You're
picture.
the
Rather,
children.
it's
Yeah,
like an
no, no, no.
icing on the cake. God used
Yes,
the children to butter your bread.
exactly.
God used the children to make the marriage more beautiful. Not because the marriage was
Exactly.
ugly in the first place, but just to make you to have other children, and they will eventually go and start up their own family.
Of
What is
course.
now left for you and that
Yes,
man?
exactly. That's
What
it.
is now left?
Nemuza, thank you so much. Say congratulations. Thank you. Yes, yeah, we
Yeah,
must not use the children as a cover up. It's causing a lot of
yes.
problems in marriages. And women, we mothers, please, none of this my children. I hear women say that a lot. You are married and you are saying my children. What is you mean my children? And you are living with your husband. If you are a single
It's
mother, that would
our
be different.
children.
Yes, but we see mothers and they say it without even meaning bad, but it's just they're used to that. They think that because they're mothers, it's my children. I say, no, 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 it's not your children. No, it's our children, because
Yes.
that means that you're pushing the man away and they don't, it's not good. It's not good.
They transfer all the love to the
Yes,
children. I have heard
yes,
women say,
yes.
I beg go, now my pikin, only my pikin nine keep me for this marriage. If not be my
Yeah,
children, waiting I do
I
this
know.
marriage. Did.
Yeah, people say
I've
that a
heard
lot.
women
Yeah,
say boldly, say it,
yeah,
waiting they, I beg it. Man, me, I go
yeah,
love man, leave my children. No, I love my children, and my children I keep me for this marriage. If God
yes,
forbid these children,
yeah,
anything happens, that means
yeah,
you go out empty. Or if they go to
exactly.
school or they get married, what becomes of your life?
Exactly.
You both start
Exactly.
from square one. We will
Yeah.
come to that on Monday.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
come to
Yeah.
that on Monday.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
thank you, Mommy Fechi. Ah,
Thank
God,
you.
I'm so happy. I'm so blessed having you as a mother.
Thank you. You're so
I am so
welcome. Your
blessed.
lovely daughter. Thank you.
So blessed.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mm.
Mark Doris say, ladies, there's a difference between an apology and a sorry. A sorry is more sincere. An apology is only to please the situation.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I
I
think
apologize. You apologize
yes.
for what?
For what? I'm very sorry, or I'm really sorry. Yeah, it's more, but it's more deep than just an apology. It's just like, as in, I remember when you were in school, you said, write a letter of apology. You just drop few lines. I won't do this again. That's an apology. It doesn't mean
That's an
anything.
apology.
Yeah,
I won't do it again.
yeah. So,
It's
yeah,
not I'm
McDonald's,
sorry.
you're very correct. Yes. Yeah.
Some people will say, I apologize. What are you
Yes.
apologizing for? I
Exactly. No,
apologize. I spoke to
if you
you.
feel if you feel that way, I apologize. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's nothing. That means nothing.
Yeah. I apologize for speaking to you rudely. I apologize for the way I said it. I apologize for embarrassing you in public.
Yeah.
I apologize for shouting on you. I apologize for doing this. What
Mm.
are you apologizing for? It is not just I apologize. Apologize for what? Can you
Yeah.
just own up to that thing you did? Because that
Yeah.
is the first step. Do you agree you did this to me? Do you agree you offended me? Do you agree that the way you spoke to me was really wrong? Do you
Yeah.
agree that you embarrassed me in public?
Yes,
Not just
exactly.
saying, I
I
apologize.
apologize. Yeah.
And
It's
this is
easier to
what a
just say
lot of
that.
people do. They use it as
Yeah.
cover up. I apologize.
Yes.
Let's move
Yeah.
on. No,
Yes, move
you are
on. No,
sweeping it
no.
under the carpet.
It has to be, yeah, done properly. It has to be done properly. Momesi Kitchen, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
Honestly,
dear.
thank you, everyone. Mommy, we can't wait for Sunday. We are so excited. I have my notebook here. I have my notebook
But you haven't
waiting.
said I haven't seen any of your questions in my community. Oh. You didn't say you want to ask your
Oh,
own that day. You want to ask your own that day because it's on my
yes.
community for the questions, and then some people have sent me some on Instagram. So we'll see. Some of them
Oh,
are doubling the questions, so we'll just have to see how we get on.
I will send on the community too. I will send some
Okay,
questions, but that day I will still ask some questions.
no problem. No
I am
problem.
coming loaded because I'm going to fire a lot of questions. And some of the
No,
questions
no,
will be
no.
naughty, because I'm a spicy lady.
Provided you don't ask us some intimate one. My husband will just get up from
Mommy,
that seat
that
and
is what
he
I
will just get
said
up
now.
and leave
That
me. He will leave me and
mommy,
go.
mommy, that is the question I said. I said some of the question will be naughty. So get ready.
He will just shake. He will just shake his head, and he will be wondering what. I'm like, okay, just it's going to be fun. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh dear. Honestly, life is beautiful. Okay,
Mm,
Unique Grace, thank you so much. You see, marriage is sweet and
mm,
beautiful, but it
yes.
requires a lot of sacrifice. It's going to
Yes.
take, nobody goes to the farm and begins to harvest.
Mm,
Nobody
yeah.
goes to the farm and begins to harvest tubers of yams
Mm-mm.
or harvest cocoyam or cassava.
Exactly.
You have to
Sorry.
first of
Sorry.
all clear.
Nemuza. Nemuza, are you asking about my channel name or somebody else? I don't know. She said her channel
No, I
name.
think she's talking about my own, dear.
Okay. Okay.
You have to
Okay.
first of all go clear the grass, then you
Yes.
till the soil, then you
Yes.
plant and you
Yes.
weed, you tend the plant while it
Exactly.
grows. By the time it grows, you see the beautiful flowers, the beautiful
Mm.
leaves coming out from that plant. Then you admire it, you begin to
Yes.
love it. And then when you go for harvest, when you
Yes.
now go for harvest and then you harvest that food and you cook it and eat, you will thank God for it. But it didn't get to that point overnight. It took
Yeah.
time.
Of course. Of course.
It took
Yeah.
time. Everything
Yes.
is a process.
Of
And
course.
we have to learn to endure
Yeah.
that healing moment and
Yes.
find a way to make it easier
Yeah.
rather than
Yes.
quitting at the slightest provocation, at the
Yes.
first temptation, at the
Mm.
first misunderstanding. You are thinking about quitting.
Yeah. It's not
Oh, I
good.
have had several times I want to carry my box and run away, especially here
Mm.
in Brazil. Believe me,
Mm. Mm.
here I
Wow.
don't have any family, I don't have any friend. I am alone here.
Mm.
When I say alone, I mean totally alone. No
Really.
friend, no family. So
Mm.
sometimes I just want to carry my bag
Mm.
and run. In fact, sweetheart, there was a day I left the house when I newly joined my husband here. I left the house.
Mm.
I went to the junction, one place. I went and sat down there. I was crying.
Oh.
I didn't have anywhere to
Hi.
go to. No friend, no family. I don't know any single person. So I had to go to the
Wow.
junction. I went to the junction and I started
Mm.
crying there. I was just there, a grown woman like me.
Chai.
And I was telling myself, so I don't have anywhere to go to. I don't have anybody to talk to at a depressing moment like this, at a trying
Mm.
time like this. There's nobody to even go to that will give me a hug. I needed someone to just talk to.
Yeah.
And someone
Wow.
had to come call my husband. I don't know, I'm a bit teary. Somebody had to come knock on the door and told my husband that we saw your wife, because I was the only black woman around. My husband was the only, is the only black man around. We don't have
Wow.
any other non-color. So you can actually know that these two people are husband and wife. So someone came and said, your wife, because he was looking for me around
Mm.
with my stepdaughter. They were looking for me. And the person has said, we saw your wife somewhere. Looks like she's there crying. And they
Mm.
now traced me to that place. And my husband sat beside me and I said, come, let's go home. Come, let's
Chai.
go home. I miss,
Chai.
if home was to be 3 hours drive, I would have ran home then.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh
Stella
my God. Look at that
Lotamo.
huge. Oh my goodness. Thank you,
Look
Stella
at this super
Lotam.
chat, God.
Oh my
Hey,
God. Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you. God bless
God
you.
bless you and replenish.
God bless you.
Mm.
I remember each time I remember that day, that year,
Yes.
I cried because it was a very trying moment. If home was to be closed, I would have
Mm.
ran home.
Chai.
If it
Yeah,
were,
it's not good
it's
to be.
part of those things that, it was a learning process for me as a
Yeah.
new wife who doesn't even know her husband, no dating, nothing, and then found having misunderstanding that I didn't want to call my family to say this is what I'm going through. And friends is the last thing. I can't call anybody in Nigeria to say this is what I don't know how
Mm.
to adjust with this, and there was pandemic. Pandemic was just
Mm.
starting at that time. So there was
Yes.
restriction. Nowhere. So I was having mental breakdown. I was gradually slipping into depression. I
Chai.
lie you or not. I was
Mm.
slipping into depression. I didn't know how to handle the situation. All I could
Mm.
do was to leave the house because I didn't know what to say. I just went outside there and I sat down like a motherless child, like an orphan, crying on the
Chai.
street of Brazil.
Yeah, that's really, you can
But
imagine.
it's
So what?
better today.
Yes, of course,
I've
of
mastered
course.
some things, even if I'm not
Yeah,
perfect. I have
yeah,
mastered certain things now. And I
yes,
am grateful to God that daily it is getting better. Like I told you, I can't remember the last time I had misunderstanding with my husband. It
yeah.
is not bragging,
It can
it is
only
by the
get, it
grace
can
of God.
only
I've
get
passed through
better. Yeah, yeah. It can only
that
get better
rough
if you put
moment.
if you are prepared to put in the hard work. It can only get better. Yeah.
Yes.
So. Mm.
Thank you so much. Aziza TV, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. This super chat, they scatter my data. Make I put a mega, make I see a
I know.
I don't know this person. I don't know this. See the love.
Oh, that's good.
Love. Thank
Chai,
you.
I don't think she's a YouTuber, and the name is not familiar as well.
No,
God
it is
bless
not.
you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
God bless
That's
So
amazing.
you see, marriage is not easy. Or a bed of roses, but it shouldn't be
Mm-mm,
a thorn on our
mm-mm.
flesh.
Yeah, once you are prepared
Let's
to work together, you enjoy every bit of it. Once you're prepared to work together. Yeah.
Yes. And husbands, Biko, mommy, husbands, just learn a lot of, even if you cannot say that I'm sorry with your mouth, make her laugh. Women,
Yeah.
women especially, we know how to frown and keep
Yeah.
our body. You don't want,
Mm.
we don't want to. We just need a little bit of pampering, a little bit of
Yeah.
teasing here and there.
Yeah.
Even if you
That's
cannot
good.
say that I'm sorry, tease
Yeah.
her. Go and meet her, hold her.
Yeah.
Hold her mouth and kiss her. Now,
Yeah.
there are many tactics. There were different ways to kill a rat without spilling blood.
Mm. It's true.
Kiss her,
Oh,
hold her, tease her. See,
we'll keep
you
talking
have
and then
spoiled this
yeah.
beautiful face of yours. This face
Mm.
of yours, look at how you have squeezed it. It's now looking like oh, Mama Nkechi.
Mm.
Tease her, she will laugh. She
Exactly.
will laugh.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can't say I'm sorry, fathom different ways of apologizing to your woman. Don't be keeping body like Odogu. Odogu
Mm.
doesn't help in marriage. You are breaking
Mm.
your home. Odogu
Mm.
doesn't help. You holding your body, you are only helping, you are only ruining your marriage.
Mm.
And you know
Yeah.
what? In the long run, you very little thing is
Yeah.
what will now break the marriage. But about that
Exactly.
thing, it's
Yeah,
not
very
that thing.
small
It
thing.
is
Yeah.
something else.
Yes. It's true.
Piled up anger, accumulated anger and
Yes.
bitterness. And you wonder why
Internet.
some women wait a certain time. Mommy, there's a topic I am preparing for. Oh
Yeah.
God, and I know you will love it. I know
Yeah.
that topic is something you can relate with very well.
Okay.
Women wait till certain time, till certain stage in their marriage to avenge.
Mm. Yeah.
When you are angry, when you keep offending her over and over, a woman can
Mm.
decide that, okay, no problem. Or one
Mm.
they say, hell knows no fury like a woman's tongue.
Mm.
She will keep that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you wonder why
Yeah.
some women eventually see how are wicked.
Mm.
When that
Yeah.
man gets sick,
Yes.
that is when she starts showing her
Mm.
anger. That is when she begins to revenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the chips
Yeah.
are down, and when anything, she takes that as an opportunity
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
abandon you.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So we have to watch out and start early and just leave things. Say, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter and things will be building up. It has to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
matters. It matters.
Yeah.
We'll be rounding up. Hey, Sweet Escape, thank you so much. But my
Yeah. So
beautiful
because
lady, sometimes forgiveness is not an
I'll be going
option.
down soon because it's our
Oh,
bedtime.
mommy. Okay, thank you so much. You know I love you and I appreciate you.
So, I love you too. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, everyone in the chat. I
Yeah,
love you all. Thank you.
I love you too. We love you too. You know that. We do.
Thank you. I do know. I know.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Okay, then.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. Is this it's Monday? Yeah, that one
Monday,
for.
yes, Monday.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
By
Monday.
God's grace.
Mm.
Okay, my dear.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Have an
Bye
amazing night
everyone.
choice, ma'am.
Okay. Thanks. Bye everyone.
Bye. Sweet Escape says, but my beautiful lady, sometimes forgiveness is not an option. Okay, now that depends on what is hurting you. That depends. If you say it's not an option, how do you mean by that? If it's a spouse you can no longer live with due to what they kept doing to you, you know that this person is not willing to change, then you have an option. Because you know that thing will keep hurting you. You know there is no way the person is stopping. And for your own peace and your sanity and your mental health, there is a way out. And the choice is yours. And you owe nobody any explanation for that decision you take. But what we are saying is this: when you still want to remain there, when you want to move on and live, you want to move on with your life, then you may want to begin to consider forgiveness. And it takes time. It's a process. Forgiveness is a process. But if you know that person will keep hurting you and your heart is so broken, the wound is so deep, you have an option, and you know the option. Free yourself from it. Free yourself from that bondage. Because if it's life-threatening and is affecting your health, free yourself. And you owe nobody any explanation, just yourself, because you know the reason. The worst is staying in there and allowing it to consume you. Staying in there and allowing it to eat you up. Staying in there and you begin to develop a lot of health issues. This is what we are talking about. Instead of staying in there and feeling all that, you leave. But if you want to remain and you want to be happy, you will not have any option other than to forgive if you still love the person. So that you can be happy, so you can be free, so you can live again. This is what we are discussing. Thank you so much, Queen. Momensi said, my hubby will grab me like a baby when I'm running my mouth, and next minute we are both looking like nothing happened. Is it after the thing has happened, then the both of you start looking yourself like nothing happened? Momensi, we know that like nothing happened. But you see, that's the beauty of it. When a man recognizes that, okay, he has offended his wife, he finds a way to make it up, finds a way to apologize to her. Even if you can, because this I'm sorry is very hard for a lot of men to say. I am sorry is very difficult for a lot of men. But for those men who find it difficult, please tease her. And then later on, when she's laughing, you can answer, okay, I'm sorry I made you cry. I'm sorry I offended you. I'm sorry I hurt you. And then let it go. You move on. Okay, Sweet Escape says, if a man cannot lower his head, knowing he is wrong to ask for forgiveness on wrong, especially in front of his creator, then he is not worthy to forgive by a woman. Wow. I would say, if a man persistently hurts your feeling as a woman, and he's not recognizing the fact that he's hurting your feeling, and he's not even respecting his creator, knowing that he is not supposed to go to bed without settling that issue, even when it's very obvious he is the one that hurt his wife, you, the woman, you are not obligated to remain with him. It's allowing that thing to consume you, because that is gradually losing yourself. Gradually losing yourself and exposing yourself to a whole lot of ill health. You become depressed because you see that person on daily basis, because you live with that person every day. You eat and you sleep together. I would not want that kind of marriage. A man who doesn't recognize the fact that he is doing this to the woman and is not ready to ask for forgiveness is not deserving to be a husband in the first place. He's not deserving to be the husband. You strip him of that title because he's not a husband. He's a husband because it causes her pain. You shouldn't live in depression. You shouldn't live in that hostile environment because it's not friendly. That's living in hostility. Depriving yourself joy and happiness. Being sad, emotional, crying every night and every day and night. Causing you insomnia, high blood pressure, ulcer, because it does that to me. Ulcer. Then before you know, arthritis, rheumatism, everything will just begin. And you begin to age. Hello. No, nobody, no human being has that power. Take that power away from that person. Especially when they are unrepentant. Take the power from them. Take it away from them and live your life. Take the power from that person and live. That woman that store anger for future reference, that is deep. Yes, we are coming with that topic on Monday. On Monday. Thank you so much. Aziza, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, forgiveness is a process. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Guys, I think we'll leave it here. Is there any question? Is there anyone I haven't answered? I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the bottom line, rounding up, is forgiveness is a process, like we said. It is something that takes time. It is not something that you wake up and say, I want to forgive. Oh, I'm forgiving today, so let it go. It takes time. First of all, you have to recognize that you are not doing it for that person. It is for yourself. You are forgiving. You are giving yourself a chance to live. You are taking away power from another person that is causing you pain. You are taking your life back. You have chosen to live. You want to live a full, fulfilled life. You don't want to fall sick. You don't want to be bitter. Then you know that, yes, you have gotten to that point. It's a gradual process. You no longer be anxious. This is what it does. It is the benefit of forgiveness. You will no longer be anxious and full of anxiety. Your heart skipping whenever you hear the person's voice. Your heart skipping whenever you see them. It happens to a lot of us. We have witnessed that. I have witnessed that. My heart skips. It begins to beat. Palpate, or how do they call it? It begins to beat faster. As if it's going to burst open. And this is where the devil takes opportunity to ruin homes. Begins to whisper some negative ideas into the mind of the woman or the man and say, do this, do this, do this, you're going to feel better. Do this, you will feel better. And then you go ahead. When you listen to that silent voice that is whispering, that voice from the pit of hell that is whispering that you should go ahead and do it. When you do that thing, the devil leaves you, your eyes, it's as if the scale will fall off from your eyes. And then you start asking yourself, how did I get to this point? How did I get to this point of bitterness, to the extent of doing this to my loved one? How did I allow this anger to consume me to the extent I have to do this to my husband, to the extent I have to do this to my beloved wife? But then the deed has been done. You cannot take back the hand of time. You'll be filled with regrets. Have you solved the problem? No, you only made it worse. You only made the problem worse. You have not solved anything. And if care is not taken, that is end of the marriage. It has broken down. And everyone will move on. So please, forgive. Take your time. Recognize that you're doing yourself a favor. Recognize that you want to take a power from someone. You recognize that you want to move on. Recognize that you once loved this person so much. Remember the vow you made. That vow that I will be there to, I will not be the reason for your tears. Rather, I will be there to wipe away that tears. I will protect you. I will shield you from every pain. When you remember who that person used to be before they made this mistake or before they offended you, and you are willing to give them a chance, is a step. You're willing to give them a chance, is a step, a big step. Baby steps are needed here. One step at a time, one day at a time. Don't push it, don't rush it. Because time will eventually heal every wound. Time will heal your wound. Are you there watching me right now? Your heart is so broken. You're out there crying. You're feeling so bad. You're feeling so depressed. You're feeling so worthless. You're feeling so empty. Your self-esteem has gone down. You're feeling sick already because of the hurt your partner has, done to you. Because of that thing they have done to you. Because of that trust that has been broken. Because of that betrayal. Please give yourself a chance. Take a deep breath. If you need to take a break from that place so you heal, please do that. For the love you have for them, do that. Consider it. Because you'll be freeing yourself. Do that so that you can free yourself, so you can live. And then above all, pray to God. Ask God to give you the strength, because you can't do it on your own. Ask God to give you the strength needed to overcome that pain you're feeling, that pain that is eating you up, that is hurting your heart so much. Ask God to help you. Ask him to give you that strength and that grace, because on your own you cannot do it. Oh, we are human beings. We are limited. There's a limit to the things we can do as human. That is why we are human beings, made of flesh and blood. We are not God. And that is why we need his help. You need to come to the place of accepting that you are hurting and you are finding it difficult to forgive, and you are finding it difficult to let go of that pain, of that anger. Come to terms with it, and God will help you. Come to terms with it, and he will help you heal. Come to terms with it, and he will make everything possible and easy for you. Come to terms with it, and he will make it very easy. Your heart will begin to heal gradually. But you have to decide that you want to, and he will help you. Just call on him. Go down on your knees and cry to God. He will help you. Then discuss this with that person that hurt you. Discuss it. If you need to confront the person, do that. If you need to cry, do that. It will help ease the pain you're feeling in your chest. It will help you. And I pray you find the help you need. I pray that pain is eased. I pray that God will touch that heart and begin to ease that pain. I pray that gradually that pain will begin to go. I pray that you will come to terms, you come to a point where you look at them in the face and say, I have forgiven you. Let's move on. Let's give this a second chance. Everything is possible if we set our heart to it. Everything is possible if we believe. Everything is possible if we accept that we can do it. Nothing is impossible. And I look forward to that testimony. Be it your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your uncle, your aunt, your neighbor, your friends, your colleague, whoever that person is, take that power away from them and forgive, because that makes you the stronger person. It makes you the better person. It makes you, because he who forgives is stronger. He who asks for forgiveness is stronger. Be that stronger person and live your life. You deserve to live. You deserve to be happy. Let's go. And someone said in the chat here that someone offended her, but she's letting it go today. I am grateful to God that you are forgiving her and you are letting it go. Thank you so much for coming to terms with that. Thank you for forgiving. May God bless us all. This is weekend. This is why we need to make peace. Make peace weekend with your spouse so that you can enjoy your weekend. I don't understand. Weekend is the best time to just stay together, bond, and enjoy yourself. So this is weekend. Go ahead and enjoy your weekend. Make it count. Okay? Have an amazing weekend, guys. Have fun and enjoy yourself. Good night, everyone. Good night, Nemuzo. Good night, Stella. Oh God, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mark Doris. Thank you, Mommy Essie. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you, Rose Ehujo, Mommy Essie, Zberry, Cornelius. Cornelius, dancing time. Is it your dance? Is it your dance? Wait, Jared, let me greet people. Thank you so much. Aziza TV, Stella Lotan, thank you. Chuku Gozgegi, God bless you. Wherever this money you super chatted is coming from, may God replenish it abundantly. Thank you, everyone. Estelle, thank you. Unique Grace, thank you. Mark Doris, thank you. Juba, Rose, Z-Berry, every one of you, like, God bless you. I appreciate you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. I leave you all with this beautiful music. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. Yes, I need you because I want you. You're the only one for me. I'm coming home after the party. The worry stressing me. I run to you because I know you got me. And you're my company. Anytime I call you, you can turn up. And you always come through for me. Peace of mind, yeah. You make me feel what's like the ocean. You give me peace of mind, yeah. I want to see my attention. You give me peace of mind, yeah. Baby, don't let me go. Please give me peace of mind. Please give me peace of mind. I'm like bed, you give me peace of mind. You give me peace of mind. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. God bless you. Good night, everyone. Have an amazing night. God bless you. God bless you. Bye. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless you. Have an amazing night, friends, and weekend. In the morning, in the night, anytime when I call, you know, say I'm here. Memoso, Stella, thank you. And anytime when I'm calling, you pick up the phone, but you know that I'm here. Yes, I'm here.